I don't want to, when I get home at 11 o'clock at night, I don't want to then listen to somebody's playlist, you know what I mean? I just want to watch a bit of Netflix and then go to bed.
I was in a very romantic restaurant with a date, and he wasn't going very well, and then I saw Damon across the way. Excuse me, I need to go to the toilet.
And I was looking like this.
He had that same haircut, and I was like, who's that gypsy? I'd rather be with him than this date, so I went to talk to him, and then the rest is history.
I ain't happy, I'm feeling glad I got sunshine. In a bag, I'm useless.
No, it's more than that. It's more than that. We actually have a very similar sense of humour, and we make each other laugh all the time. So, you know, and we have done for 20 years. When other parts of our relationship were slightly more fragile, our ability to make each other laugh never diminished, did it, dear?
Yes.
Jamie lives here, I live in London.
The last album, the Now, we were in the studio together the whole time when he was making it.
Yeah, but we do spend a lot of time doing our own thing, because to create all that those animations and those images. When we lived together, the process was much more intimate in that sense.
We kind of don't actually need to have a discussion about anything anymore. We don't have to talk to one another about it. He sends me the music and I do my thing, and it all just seems to fit. It seems to work. But during the last 6 months, we have worked remotely from one another. Everybody's been working remotely, but it doesn't matter. It still works. I get the songs and I get excited. So.
It's definitely a more lonely existence, but I think maybe there's more kind of consideration of detail this year for us. Well, for example, the Elton John Pink Phantom.
I tried to get to Atlanta on a peach blossom highway.
Well, the creative process with that we were sitting one night just talking shit, and I told Jamie this story, which is a true story, that I was in 1975, 76, picked up from my school in Elton John's Bentley Phantom 5 that was painted pink. Now, why was I picked up as a child of 7 in Elton John's... Hang on. It's an interesting question, right? The answer is that Elton John's percussionist at the time, Ray Cooper, was a friend of my family's, but he'd been given the car because they'd just done a tour of the USSR and Elton had been paid in coal. Didn't have any money to pay his musicians, so he had to give them presents instead. And Ray got the pink Bentley, you know, which is not necessarily what you want to be driving around
1970s London.
No, but anyway, so I got picked up in this thing, and so we were talking. It was a very strong memory from many years ago, and Jamie said, "You've got to write a song with Elton John about that story." As Jamie did with the video, I had to also write a very good song because it was Elton John. You know, it couldn't be anything that wasn't the best that we can do, but a really interesting process.
Well, the live shows were always a little bit of a challenge to begin with, because of the first live show we ever did, they played behind a screen and we projected onto the screen, so the audience didn't see any real people, which didn't really go down very well. And then the second time we played for Demon Days, the band were all in silhouette.
Forever love is free, let's turn forever, you and me. Windmill, windmill for the land, is everybody in?
Well, no, it was an amazing tour, that first one, and we toured America behind a screen. We played the LA Forum, which is a big gig. By the time we got to LA, we'd done something really new and fresh, and it was amazing. But
it's evolving.
Really hard to play behind a screen when you've got 10,000 people out front. But you're hearing the sound, you're getting the energy and the feeling, but you can't react to it. You're just behind this screen. You almost want to cut it open. But anyway, I'm glad we did it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
No, each time we do live tours, it develops a bit further, and we find a way of including both sides of the animation and the music and the live band. So it's a work in progress.
Oh, it's not a case of not needing it. You always, the joy of listening to music, you never lose that. But I mean, I've been working for 6 weeks every day with some of the best musicians from Mali and Congo. I'm listening to music. I'm in the music. You know what I mean? I don't want to. When I get home at 11 o'clock at night, I don't want to then listen to somebody's playlist. You know what I mean? I just want to. I want to watch a bit of Netflix and then go to bed.